Spiritual awakening is not only a mental or emotional process, it is an integral phenomenon that affects all levels of our being. Awakening is often spoken of as an expansion of consciousness, a journey towards self-knowledge, and a deeper connection with the divine. However, what many overlook is how this awakening is physically reflected in the body. Jacob Greenberg, a prominent consciousness researcher, pointed out that every human being is an energy field that constantly interacts with its environment. Although the physical body may seem like a solid and separate entity, it is actually an energetic vehicle that responds to the frequencies emitted by our mind, our emotions, and our spirit. When our consciousness expands during a spiritual awakening, our energy aligns with higher frequencies, which causes the body to adjust to this new vibration. What many do not know is that these physical changes are in fact clear signs that something deep is happening within us as we advance on our spiritual path. The body is recalibrating to sustain the new energy frequencies that we are integrating. It is as if the body were also awakening, adapting to the changes that our consciousness experiences. Although these changes may be subtle at first glance, the body is not only a mental or emotional process, it is an integral phenomenon that affects all levels of our being. Beginning become more and more evident as we move forward in this process. One of the first changes we experience during a spiritual awakening is an increase in physical sensitivity as our energy rises and we connect more deeply with our spiritual being. The body begins to become more receptive to external energies. You may begin to notice strange sensations in your body, such as tingling or waves of heat that run through certain areas. This phenomenon occurs because your body is recognizing and responding to the more subtle vibrations that you are now integrating. Your consciousness is expanding, and your body as an energetic vehicle is responding to this expansion by processing the new energetic information. These types of physical experiences are not random, but are the reflection of a deep process that is happening at an energetic level. It is the way in which the body shows us that it is in tune with the new level of consciousness, that we are reaching a common change that many people experience in their body. During the spiritual awakening are alterations in sleep patterns. The physical body is absorbing a large amount of energy. During this process, what can affect the quality of rest insomnia? Sudden awakenings in the early morning or even vivid deep dreams are typical manifestations of this energetic recalibration. These sleep patterns should not be seen as something negative, but as a sign that the body is processing and adjusting to the new energetic frequencies. Greenberg, in his research on consciousness, highlighted how the mind and body are deeply connected. The fact that sleep is altered during spiritual awakening is a clear reflection that energy is flowing in a different way in the body. It is not just about sleeping or resting, but about integrating the new energy that is transforming your entire being. It is a process of purification and recalibration that requires time and patience. It is common that during the spiritual awakening process, you experience fluctuations in your energy levels. There will be days when you feel full of vitality, with a feeling of lightness and mental clarity. Other days, however, you might feel inexplicably exhausted, as if your entire body were drained of energy. This is a completely natural phenomenon on the spiritual path, and Greenberg would describe it as part of the energetic integration process. Our body to the just as our mind is constantly adjusting as we hold new vibrations and frequencies of consciousness, the body must adapt. You may feel the need to rest more than usual, or your energetic habits may change in ways that you do not fully understand these ups and downs. Your energy levels are signs that your body is working hard to recalibrate and sustain the higher energy that you are integrating. In these moments of exhaustion, it is crucial that you listen to your body. Self-compassion and adequate rest are essential. During this process, The energy flowing through you is transforming your system, and this readjustment will not always be linear. It is important to remember that these changes are an essential part of your spiritual growth. As your spiritual awakening progresses, so do your eating habits and preferences. Many people experience a change in their tastes and sensitivities towards foods. You may find that what you used to be attracted to no longer appeals to you, or you may begin to feel that certain foods now affect you more than they used to. This change occurs because, on an energetic level, your body is aligning with the higher frequencies that you are integrating. The foods you are integrating are called heavy, processed, or low-vibration foods, may begin to feel dense or incompatible with your new energy. On the contrary, fresh, light, natural foods become more appealing as their vibration is more in tune with the energy you are holding. It is important to listen to your body and allow it to guide you to what it needs. By choosing more natural, lighter foods, you are helping your body to sustain the higher energies you are absorbing during a spiritual awakening. You may also experience an increasing need to be more connected to nature, the earth, water, air, and fire. It is not only the natural elements that surround us, but also energies that our bodies vibrate with. As you become more deeply aligned with your spiritual self, you may feel an urge to return to these natural elements, seeking a way to rebalance your energy. This need to be in contact with nature is not accidental. It is an internal call that your body responds to. When you begin to remember your connection with the earth, you no longer feel isolated from the natural world, but rather you begin to recognize it as a refuge and a channel that helps you recalibrate and balance your internal energies. This reconnection with nature is vital to your spiritual awakening. Maintain your physical and spiritual balance. Well, the body responds positively to the pure energy that emanates from natural environments. If this information resonates with you, I invite you to leave a comment saying, "I am ready for change." And remember that this is a space where we can share our experiences. Do not hesitate to express yourself through the comments. Perhaps someone else is going through the same thing as you and can offer you their help. They say that the eyes are the window to the soul, and in the spiritual awakening, this phrase takes on a special meaning. The eyes reflect the state of your consciousness, and when you experience a process of spiritual expansion, your eyes tend to acquire a special shine. This shine is not only a physical effect, but a manifestation of the peace and clarity that you are cultivating internally. This shine in the eyes is due to the presence and purity of your energy that is now clearer and higher. Your eyes no longer transmit only an empty or superficial look, but reflect depth, peace, and a connection with something bigger than you. Those who are in tune with their spiritual path often notice that people perceive something different in their gaze, a kind of magnetism and serenity that only arises when the soul is at peace. Greenberg maintained that consciousness creates a reality that is projected through each of us. When you are at peace with your essence, your eyes are a reflection of this elevated vibration, so the sparkle in your eyes is nothing more than an expression of your conscious presence, a sign that you are in tune with your deeper self. Another interesting physical change during spiritual awakening is the transformation of the voice as you connect with your essence. Your voice tends to become calmer and slower, with a resonance that it did not have before this change occurs, because instead of speaking from the mind or from the ego, you begin to speak from the heart, from a place of authenticity and serenity. The voice is an extension of our energy field, and when our being is transformed, the voice becomes a manifestation of that change. You will notice that you no longer feel the need to speak quickly or to fill the silence, but rather you feel comfortable letting the words flow calmly and clearly. Your tone may become deeper or softer, adapting to the elevated energy that you are integrating. This change in the voice is a sign that your vibration has changed and that you no longer feel the need to impress or please others. You are in tune with yourself, and this authenticity in the way you express yourself, your voice becomes a tool to share your truth from a place of peace without the need for embellishments or seeking approval. During the process of spiritual awakening, you may experience a feeling of lightness in the body as if your physical being were less limited by the weight of matter. This happens because as your vibration increases, the density of the energies accumulated in your body begins to dissipate. It is a subtle but powerful change that makes you feel more in tune with your energetic being than with your physical body. On the other hand, some people may also experience moments of body density, especially when they are integrating deep emotions or releasing energies that have been stored for years. This density is only temporary and is generally a sign that the body is releasing energetic blockages and adapting to a new vibration. It is as if each cell were adjusting to align with the elevated state of consciousness that you are cultivating in these moments of density. Rest and self-care are essential. Allow yourself. Listening to your body and giving it the time it needs to process this feeling of lightness and density is a sign that your body is in full transformation, integrating the new energies and leaving behind those that you no longer need. The spiritual transformation can also be reflected in your posture and the way you move as you feel more at peace with yourself and more connected to universal energy. Your posture tends to become more upright, reflecting a feeling of dignity and serenity. You no longer need to hide or slouch because you feel secure in your own being. This upright and open posture is not just a physical change, but a manifestation of your new vibration. You are more aware of your body and your presence, and this awareness is reflected in the way you occupy space. You may also notice that your movements are slower and more fluid, in tune with the calm that you are cultivating within yourself. These changes in posture and movements are a sign that you are living from a place of greater self-confidence and inner peace. Your body is responding to the new energy and showing the world a version of you that is in harmony and in connection with its Be Authentic. If up to this point you feel that this video has served you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel in advance. I welcome you to this space full of beings interested in expanding their consciousness. Spiritual awakening not only affects the physical body, it also extends to our emotions. One of the most evident changes is an increase in emotional sensitivity. As your consciousness expands, your emotions are also amplified. You can notice that you become more sensitive to the feelings of others and to the energies of places, and even to internal emotions that previously went unnoticed. Jacob Greenberg spoke of how the mind and the heart are deeply interconnected, and how spiritual awakening tends to open the energy field around the heart. This means that your emotions now flow more freely and that you are more receptive to the emotional vibrations of those around you. The opening of the heart, however, can also make you feel more vulnerable. Joy and love feel more intense, but also moments of sadness or melancholy. This emotional sensitivity should not be seen as a weakness, but as an opportunity to connect with your essence and with others. From a more genuine place, you are leaving behind the emotional barriers that you had put up to protect yourself, and you are allowing yourself to experience life in a more authentic and honest way. Emotional sensitivity is a clear sign that your heart is opening, allowing both love and compassion to blossom within your being. Another noticeable physical change during spiritual awakening is the state of the skin. The skin, as the largest organ in our body, is a direct reflection of our inner health, both physically and energetically. As you release emotional blockages and your energy becomes clearer, you may notice a transformation in the appearance of your skin. In some cases, it can become brighter and smoother, reflecting the peace you are cultivating internally. This change in the skin can also manifest in ways that at first seem challenging. Some people experience breakouts or skin irritations during awakening, especially at times when they are releasing deep emotions or negative thought patterns. This occurs because the body is detoxifying, releasing energies that no longer serve it. The skin becomes a pathway for purification, reflecting the internal cleansing process you are going through. It is important. Remember that these skin changes are temporary and part of the transformation process. Instead of fighting them, you can see it as an opportunity to take care of yourself with compassion. As you release the emotional and energetic layers, you will notice that the skin also clears and balances, reflecting the peace you are reaching. Within one of the most fascinating effects of spiritual awakening is the change in your energy and personal magnetism. As you integrate a higher frequency, your presence begins to radiate an energy that others can perceive, although they do not always know how to go. It is as if your vibration rises, and this subtle change makes you a magnet for people and experiences that are aligned with your new level of consciousness. Jacobo Greenberg believed that we are all immersed in a field of shared consciousness, an energetic network that connects every human being by raising your vibration. Through awakening, your energy resonates with that of other people who are on a similar path, attracting those who vibrate at similar frequencies and allowing you to establish deep connections. This magnetism is not something you can force or control. It simply arises as a natural result of your growth. This change in your energy field also acts as a filter. Those people or situations that are no longer in tune with your energy may begin to move away from your life, while new people, places, and opportunities that resonate with your awakening begin to approach it. Is as if the universe through this shared field is reorganizing and aligning you with what you need to continue growing. Another profound change that accompanies spiritual awakening is the increase in intuition. As you connect with your essence, you develop a special sensitivity to capture the signals and messages that you did not perceive. Before intuition becomes an internal compass that guides you towards decisions and situations that are in tune with your spiritual growth. This development of intuition is due to the fact that in the process of awakening, you begin to live from inner silence, the same silence that, according to Greenberg, connects us with the network of universal consciousness. By silencing mental noise, your perception expands and you can capture impressions, thoughts, and emotions that do not come from the logical mind, but from a deep connection with the energy field. Intuition becomes a direct manifestation of this connection and allows you to access information that from otherwise it would go unnoticed. Intuition does not always present itself in an obvious way. It may be a feeling, a hunch, or even an inexplicable sensation. But by honoring this inner voice, you are reaffirming your alignment with the universe. Intuition is one of the most powerful tools of spiritual awakening because it allows you to make decisions from a place of certainty and peace, guided by something deeper than logic and rational analysis. Spiritual awakening also brings with it a transformation in relationships as your vibration rises and you become more authentic. The people you used to relate to may begin to notice this change. Perhaps you realize that you no longer feel in tune with those you used to spend time with, or even that certain relationships no longer nourish you as before. This process is not a rejection of others, but a manifestation that you are aligning with your inner truth. Some bonds deepen, while others may dissolve naturally. Those relationships based on superficiality, emotional dependence, or selfish interest tend to fade away, while you begin to attract people who share your values and your desire for growth. This transformation in your relationships, it is a sign that you are living from your authentic self, and this inevitably changes the dynamics of connection with others. For some, this change in relationships can be challenging. You may feel the loss of certain friendships or even experience loneliness in the process. But this space is an invitation for people and connections more aligned with your new vibration to enter your life as you advance in your awakening. You discover that authentic connections based on mutual respect and deep understanding are what truly bring you peace and well-being. During spiritual awakening, a need for solitude may also arise. It is not about isolation or rejection of others, but a longing to be with yourself, to listen to your inner voice without interference. This space of solitude allows you to integrate the experiences you are living and deepen your process of self-knowledge. Loneliness, in this case, becomes a sacred space where you can reconnect with your essence. Jacobo Greenberg mentioned how in silence and solitude we access a deeper understanding of our being and the reality that surrounds us. In these moments of introspection, you can observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, understand your patterns, and embrace the transformation that you are living. Loneliness becomes a tool for growth that allows you to discover aspects of yourself that would otherwise remain hidden. This space of solitude is also an opportunity to strengthen your energy by disconnecting from external noise. You find an inner peace that becomes the foundation of your life. This peace does not depend on circumstances or company. It is a peace that is born from your connection with the universe and with yourself. And when you are in tune with this peace, external experiences stop affecting your inner balance. Spiritual awakening also transforms our relationship with time. You will notice that you begin to live with greater focus on the present, leaving aside the constant worry about the future or the past. This change occurs because by expanding your consciousness, you discover that the present moment is the only real space where life happens. Greenberg spoke of how our mind tends to live trapped in a psychological time, projecting into the future and reliving the past. During awakening, your consciousness is freed from this trap and focuses on the now. You learn to see each moment as a gift, to experience each detail from a perspective of gratitude and presence. This presence allows you to enjoy life in a fuller way, without the burden of the anxiety about the future or regrets about the past. Living in the present becomes a daily practice and gives you deep peace. You no longer need to control or anticipate what is to come because you understand that each moment has its own purpose. This change in the perception of time is one of the clearest signs that you are in a process of awakening, that you are learning to flow with life and to trust in the natural rhythm of the universe. Spiritual awakening culminates in an inner peace that does not depend on external factors. It is a peace that arises from the acceptance of trust and connection with something greater than oneself. This peace is the clearest sign that you have integrated the physical, emotional, and spiritual changes that accompany awakening. This peace is not an absence of problems, but a way of facing them from serenity. You realize that although life will always have challenges, you have the ability to stay balanced and to respond from love and understanding. Inner peace is the reflection of your internal work, of your connection with the universe and your commitment to living authentically. By living from this peace, you become a positive influence for others. Your presence radiates calm and harmony, and those around you can feel that serenity. Inner peace becomes your natural state, and the outside world no longer has the power to disturb you. See, you soon stay awake.